Welcome back to Sarah's Joyful Journey. I'm Sarah Joy. Today is Thursday, the 25th of July, which means it is surgery day for me. Matt and I got up at 6 o'clock. We cleaned the house. We've done some laundry. We've got the car washed and vacuumed, so everything will be nice and clean and just put away when I come back. At this point, I'm anxious. I'm feeling nauseous, but that's anxiety. I'm feeling hungry, but that's because I've normally eaten by now. And I really, really do want something to drink, yet I can't have anything just yet. We're gonna be leaving in a couple hours, and I think for now, I'm just gonna go crawl on the bed and read a book and try to just stay as calm as possible. It is 12:15. I have my giant water packed for after surgery, so that's ready to go. And the good thing is I'll still be able to lift it with my left hand. It's gonna be a little bit of process to remember that. I just spent some time trying to read. I could not focus on a book, so I ended up just scrolling through Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that for a while. I thought, well, I'll do some more research and see if that'll calm me down on endoscopic carpal tunnel release. That actually ended up being a mistake and made me cringe because it was showing the whole process of the surgery. Well, the good thing is it's going to be a very small cut and it looks like it's going to be a very easy procedure, but still don't recommend trying to watch what you're doing. It wasn't bloody or anything like that, but it was just uncomfortable and made me kind of squeamish. So I am definitely very, very anxious and very nervous and hungry and thirsty and kind of feeling at this moment like I don't want to do it. Still going through with it, obviously, but right now I just am not in a state where I want to do it because I just don't feel comfortable. I just want to get it. Actually, would have been probably better if I could have had this surgery at 9 a.m. and just been over and done with and just, had everything done. But so we're gonna go ahead out and get in the car and go and get this done. I have my purse with my Kindle and everything. Hopefully, I brought AirPods. I don't think they're gonna let me use them, but I brought them just in case, because even if I'm just sitting in the waiting room, hopefully that will help keep me calm too. All right, I'll do my best to check in later. All right, we are on our way home. I am holding this phone with my left hand. I can use my right hand and move everything around, but it went well. It's all in a sling to help the swelling to keep it down. They did give me medication to calm me down, which was really good. And I was under the impression that it was going to be a procedure done where I was awake. I was very pleasantly surprised that I was not awake, which is actually perfect. Everything went beautifully and I am very uncomfortable. I'm not going to say that I'm not uncomfortable, but it's not any more pain than what I've been experiencing. It hurts a little bit more when I move my fingers, but not by a whole lot. So all is well. We are going to stop and grab some chicken wings for dinner, and then I'm going to eat some chicken wings, and I will update you guys probably tomorrow too as we get going along. I do have a job interview on Monday for the one that sent me an inquiry yesterday, so I'm so excited about that. All right, I'm gonna log off because the camera is not very stable in one hand. Chat again soon. Update, just got done with dinner. I had some chicken wings because that's what sounded delicious, so we picked those up, even though my friend Nancy just spoiled me and brought me a bunch of food, which I'm very, very thankful for. It's gonna definitely help for tomorrow. I've iced my hand a couple of times. I just took my ibuprofen. I'm doing well, but it hurts something fierce. Not like the worst pain in the world. It hurts slightly more than before. Mostly it just feels like it's been attacked, which it sort of has. But it's nothing that's not manageable. I'm just gonna keep doing the ice, but that's it. That's my bandages. That's all that is on there. You can see where they have the markings. My lighting is not great. I will show, otherwise I would show you and you could see it. You might be able to see a tiny, tiny outline. There's a huge, massive bruise right there from the scope. So I am getting ready to get in my jammies and just chill and relax for the rest of the night. I'm gonna keep doing ice, like 20 minutes on, 20 minutes off, or as off as I can help, because the ice is helping. And I am keeping it up here whenever possible. I do have a sling, which I might sleep in. I don't know, we'll see. And I have extra pillows, and I'm just kind of keeping it as raised as I can. I get to take this bandage off on Saturday, and I have my other, it's the same type of tape that I get to put on Saturday. So tomorrow I can take a shower if I want. And I might, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. And I just have to cover it. But starting on Saturday, once I change the bandage, I can take a shower. Just no soaking baths, no soaking dishes, no swimming in a pool, stuff like that where my hand is going to be prolonged in water. But I am moving my fingers as I can and opening and closing my hand, and it is very, very uncomfortable. But it's nice to be able to use my hand a bit. Mostly right now, I'm just using it for like support. Like when I go to hold my phone, I can kind of like wedge it in my hand. But I was doing a little bit of texting on the way home, just making sure that I gave everybody I wanted to give an update. But I was doing most of that with this hand, a little with the right, just because it's habit. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I will check in the morning and let you know how I'm doing. And yeah, I'll probably end this update sometime tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening, just kind of giving you guys and sharing my experience for my first 24 hours of surgery. But I do have a job interview on Monday. I know I mentioned it earlier in the video that they contacted me about an interview, and I have scheduled that. I am super, super excited. Gotta send my lawyer an email in the morning, let them know that I had surgery, and then just ask them like, when can I leave Disney? Because I would really like to do that sooner than later. Now that surgery is done, obviously I still have a couple weeks where I can't do that, and I would be giving notice, things like that as well. But the doctor was nice. He did say no more lightsabers for me, and I was like, yes, I know. That's why I'm looking for a new job. But everybody was very, very kind. So I am tired at this point. So I'm gonna go get those jammies on and just rest and relax for the rest of the evening. And I'll check in with you guys in the morning, which will be instantly for you. Good morning. It is the morning after surgery. We forgot to set an alarm. So my daughter had 15 minutes to get ready for work. I was sleeping well, and I heard ghosts start whining, and I was still enjoying my sleep. And I look over and I notice the bonsai lights were on, and I said, what time does Emma work? So my husband jumps out of bed, and he goes and he gets her, and she had like 15 minutes to get ready. So he just walked out the door. I'm just getting up. Last night went decently well. I did get up at about 1:30 in the morning, and I got a little something to drink and some more ibuprofen and an ice pack, which I just left my favorite ice pack out. So it's gonna be an hour before I can use it, but I have others. So I'm gonna get some ice on it pretty soon. Pain level seems to have been decreased a little bit as far as just like general pain on my hand. I've noticed that my bruise goes like literally all the way up to like the bottom of my fingers. I'm doing my exercises. It's very, very stiff. I do not have like my full dexterity right now, which is not anything that I didn't expect. When I put my hand right here, I can feel the swelling underneath, so I'm gonna get some more ice on it. I pretty much just walk around with it like this, and I have some pillows and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's going pretty good. I can take more ibuprofen, which I think I'm gonna take some Aleve instead of the 800 milligram ibuprofen. I prefer that a little bit more. So I think I'm gonna take that in a couple hours and see how that does for me for the day. Because the one thing I like about Aleve is you can take a total of 3 for the day. So 2 usually covers me for the whole day. But if I need to, I think it's like, I'd have to read the bottle, make sure, but it's like 8 or 10 hours later that you can have the last dose. So I think I'm gonna try that instead of taking 800 milligram ibuprofen every 8 hours. I don't know, I'll decide. But for now, I'm going to get some breakfast going. My husband made me some water and electrolytes because I didn't think I was going to be able to open my water bottle, just because it's a Stanley. So they like to sometimes super seal. I might have been able to get it with my left hand, but I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna ask him to do it before he leaves. So I think I'm gonna put my chicken wings on a plate and I'm going to eat those. But I will check in throughout the day, probably till about dinner time. And then I will complete this video, and just that'll be the leading up to surgery and the first 24 hours post-surgery, just a little bit of a diary on how things are going. I know today that we are gonna go out and I need to get an outfit for Keto Orlando. So I'm gonna take my sling and then, yeah, but I did get my bandages. So it was funny because I ended up going to Target and I needed to get this little sticky type wrap. So I got this one roll. It was $4. This roll is 5 yards. Now this is a 3-inch roll, so it's a little bit bigger. These are also 5-yard rolls. They're 2 inches, which is perfect. There's 12 of them in here that I got for $9. It's insane. I have more than enough, but you know, first aid stuff is not a bad thing to have in the house. I think I'm going to skip the shower today. I'm allowed to shower today, but I have to cover this. Whereas if I wait till tomorrow morning, I can take this off and I can shower. I can't take a bath and soak it or anything, but I'll be able to shower tomorrow. And I showered right before we left, and I'm not doing anything strenuous, so to skip a shower is not necessarily a problem today. All right, well, let me go get some breakfast going, and I'm gonna read a book and just ice my hand and continue exercising. It definitely stiff, but less sore than it was yesterday, so moving in the right direction. I figured I'd go ahead and show you my breakfast. I'm having some leftover chicken wings, and then my amazing friend Nancy brought me a bunch of stuff for us to eat. And one of the things that she did is she brought us some vegetables, and look how perfectly those are all cut up. All I have to do is grab them and then I can dip them in the ranch. She gave us so much stuff, and I'm feeling so overwhelmingly blessed and loved. And it's nice to know that I can just go and either grab something or reheat it up or have Matt reheat it, and I don't have to worry about it. So thank you so much for all the love, Nancy, and I'm gonna go ahead and eat my breakfast. I figured I'd check in. I did run an errand. I had to go and get an outfit for the job interview, and we went to the bookstore. I did get 2 books, but they're across the room, and I am comfortable laying on the bed right now, and I've got my hand on an ice pack resting, but the pain is going pretty good. I'm doing my exercises. It's helping. We were gone for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Towards the end, I was like ready to come home and get my hand ice and things like that and get it even more elevated. I did wear my sling, but it really does help to keep my hand above my heart because that keeps the pain and the swelling down. So now I am just going to relax for a little bit with a book, and then maybe shortly I'll get something to eat. I'm not super hungry right now. But yeah, I will check in later in the day and then show you what I have for lunch and or dinner. And then we'll call it good on this little surgery update vlog. It is almost 1 o'clock, or it's just after 1 o'clock, and I'm getting ready to make some lunch or heat up some lunch, and because I'm hungry. But I got a new bonsai this week, so it just came today. I'm super excited about it. It's really cute. It's another ficus, which the ficus are my favorite. So this is Golden Gate ficus, also known as a tiger bark. I do have one that's much smaller. Raja is my other one. And it's funny because they have 3 different sizes, and I'm like, well, I don't want one super big. I'll get the small. I can't imagine how big the medium or the large would be if this is the small, but it's got a lot of good growth on it. It does have a nice aerial root right here. So I'm super excited to add this one to my collection. I am almost out of room, so I won't be getting hardly any more, maybe one more. But we'll see, maybe not, because I got some other babies that are gonna need some time to grow, but I'm excited about that. So I'm gonna go put it on the shelf with the rest of my bonsai, give it a good water and a mist down, and it's looking beautiful. And then I'm gonna show you real quick what I'm gonna have for lunch. This is what we're having for lunch. We're having a bacon wrapped chicken breast. We're having some green bean casserole and some steakums. Funny story on why we have actually so much food on our plate. I heated the chicken and then I went to deal with my bonsai. And I asked my husband to heat me up green bean casserole. He heated up steakums. That's the green bean casserole. How he thought they were the same, I'll never know. But anyway, we've got a nice big lunch, and this may keep me full for quite some time, so I'm gonna go enjoy it. It has been 24 hours since I went back for my surgery for my hand. So I figured now would be a good time to do an update. I am still resting in bed, and I have the air conditioner running because I'm hot. But that's probably because I'm sitting on a microfiber blanket and I have pillows all around me, which is probably increasing my heat, but it's keeping me comfortable. So we're not going to complain too much about that. So I'm going to hold up my hand, and we'll hope that you can see the level of bruising that is existing right there. Yep, you can see that. So it is my whole palm, and then it's starting to see it coming out the bottom of my wrap right there as well. So it's significant bruising. Now, here's some of the benefits that I noticed 24 hours out. Yes, I am in pain. Yes, I am uncomfortable. Yes, it hurts to hold a fist and do my exercises, which are that. And I do this like 5-10 times. I try to do it every hour or two. I try for every hour. Sometimes I'm just in a little bit too much, and I can only do it every hour and a half, every 2 hours. But I keep trying to remind myself to do it. Now the benefits. I have 0, and I do mean, and look at that. I can touch my thumb pretty good with that finger without pain. So I'm making improvements there too. I have 0 numbness in my hand. 0. And I was having a lot of that. It was coming and going, and it's gone. So that is a much added benefit. The other thing that I have not had any of is nerve pain. Can be very electrifying is a good way to say it. I felt oftentimes where I was being electrocuted and electric shocks were traveling down my arm. I have 0 of that. So right then and there, that is already a good benefit. My pain that I'm dealing with, I honestly think is just surgery pain. It's pain from the fact that they cut a tendon or a ligament. It's not a tendon. They cut the ligament in my wrist, so that explains why it does hurt to move my fingers. And yes, that is a true reaction on how much it does hurt sometimes when I move my fingers. This is all to be expected, which is why I do have to keep moving my fingers, and I have to keep trying. That's hard for me to do, but not uncomfortable. But if I wiggle my fingers too much, it does hurt. Making a fist is uncomfortable, but again, most of my pain, I think, is just pain from bruising, pain from swelling. So that's a big improvement. And I'm feeling blessed that I was able to get this surgery and that I got it early in my carpal tunnel journey. I think a lot of people push it off because surgery's scary, and I absolutely agree with that and know that that is the case. And when you have to have surgery on your dominant hand, that does amp up the level of anxiety that goes along with it. But here's the thing, by doing it earlier, you are likely preventing any more damage, like nerve damage. When you wait, you increase your risk of nerve damage. And I'm not a doctor, nurse, healthcare provider. This is just my experience with my journey and things that I have researched and discovered to be true, things that my doctor has told me. But again, I am not you, and I'm not that medical professional. So that is why I'm glad that I decided to do this early. And hopefully I will have a full recovery and have no more issues with carpal tunnel in the future. The left hand, since I've been off work for almost a week now, has definitely started to calm back down. So I think that I won't have to do anything about the left hand anytime soon. So that is also a blessing. And I'm just going to continue to rest, relax, take my medication, my ibuprofen. I did send Matt out to get some Tylenol because I still had about 4 hours left before I could take any more ibuprofen, and I was hurting pretty good. Or smarting, as I like to say. I'm like, it smarts pretty good. So I did do that, but I figured I would go ahead and give this a 24-hour update. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this little surgery vlog here in just a moment. I think that next week I'm going to do Tea Tuesday, and I'll probably throw in a what I'm eating in a day video. I don't know when I'm actually going to do that, but next week is Keto Orlando. So if you're going to be there, definitely flag me down and say hi and things like that, because I look forward to seeing some of you and meeting some of you there as well. But I don't want to do a whole lot of recording next week because I just want to rest as best as I can. I will probably also do a very short 1 week post-op follow-up after I go and I see my doctor and get that follow-up, and just kind of do a quick few-minute video for that to give you guys another update. All right, well, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe and hit that bell notification to be alerted to every time I actually upload a new video. So I will chat again with you guys soon. Bye for now.